Hi folks, Sharon here. Hope this video finds you all in good form and that our current lockdown situation hasn't got you all stressed out, and if it does, I'm going to do a quick practice, 20-minute practice to bring a little bit of release in the psoas muscle. So if you're doing too much sitting or you're doing too much standing, too much jogging, anything that creates stress in the psoas will cause a little bit of lower back or pelvic pain. And just to say quickly that the psoas muscle is one of the longest muscles in the body, 16 inches in length, the average size, and attaches the upper body, the trunk of the body, to the legs. We are going to do a practice that stretches it out and finds a little bit of balance in it. So let's begin settling into the breath as we do, and we'll just do a short practice, pranayama practice, just to tune in with the breath as we move through the poses. We will call the breath and align it to the movement. Okay, so sit tall, chin draws in, shoulders relax down, lengthen from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Take a gentle breath in, and then softly release the breath, allowing the shoulder blades to descend down the back as you exhale. Another full breath in, maybe tuck the tailbone, hug the lower belly in, fill the chest as you breathe in, and then slowly exhale all the way out. One more gentle breath in, and exhale, release through the nose. On the next in-breath, I want you to relax the belly fully, allow the breath to drop into the tummy cavity, and then fill the chest nice and deeply, and then exhale, softly pull the belly button in towards the spine, and release the breath all the way out. Okay, one more full breath, and exhale. Okay, so just before we start, if some of the latter poses as we work towards the end of the video become intense, I want you to drop out of them, pause the video, take a few breaths in child's pose and work back in it. If the latter poses feel too intense, full stop, don't do them, work towards them, use them as a kind of a practice to work towards. Okay, remove any obstacles in your way, and let's start on all fours, taking the shoulders over the wrists and the hips above the knees. Okay, press into your foundation, make it nice and strong, and then reach all the way into the toes of the right foot, placing the right foot at a diagonal, and then reaching in an arc, full arc, toes all the way around to the left. And then sort of inhale, exhale, seesaw in a diagonal, just feeling that stretch across the right hip and right hip flexors. And then inhale, take it all the way back to center, press away from the mat again, and go ahead and lengthen into the toes of the left foot. Don't collapse in the shoulders, we want to keep pressing the hands equally down towards the mat. Take the toes of your left foot towards the right, and then inhale, stretch the toes all the way around into an arc, and we're just going to open it up this way in the diagonal. Lovely. And then inhale, take the left knee back. Extend into the right toes, do that arc again, bringing the right foot around to the left, and then all the way back around to the right, and begin to do your diagonals, crisscross, left to right. Lovely. Take your right knee back, take the left leg out, full length, toes pointed, shoulders square to the mat, and then bring the toes of the left foot towards the right, swim them all the way around, take them to the left, and then slowly bring it back in. Lovely. Now walk your hands all the way back, take it onto the knees and extend into the right leg. Press into the outer edge of the right foot, and then inhale, reach your arms up and over. Interlace the fingers, point the index fingers towards us, so you can pull the hands so that the upper arms move in towards the ears. Take a deep breath in, maybe look up, and then on the exhale, bring it into a kind of a crescent moon. So we're getting heavy in the left hip as we bring the fingertips of both hands towards the right. Inhale, drop it down, take the hands back to the mat, knee meets knee, extend up again, and then go ahead and extend into the left foot. Reach the arms forward, up and over, pull the index fingers skyward, inhale, and then on the exhale, open up the right hand flank of the body, taking the fingertips towards the left this time, and getting nice and rounded through that right hip. Inhale, float the hands down, bring the knee back towards center. You can use your hands on the mat to do that. Roll out your shoulders. Relax the breath. And then begin that position again. We extend all the way into the toes of the right foot. Take the toes, point them towards the long end of the mat, and then breathe in, lengthen into the arms, shoulder high. Press the heels of the hands towards an imaginary wall either side. Find a bit of stretch across the front armpit, chest. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, see, can we take the left hand down to the mat, flatten it, make sure it's below, stacked below the left shoulder, and then inhale, open up the chest towards the long end of your mat, reach your right fingertips towards left, keep pressing into that outstretched leg and all the way down to the toes and the arch of on the outside of the right foot. Inhale, exhale, come back to center, drop the hands to the waist. Let's go for the other side. Before you do, take a nice cleansing breath in. Exhale, reach into the left foot. Remember, toes are still pointing towards the long end of your mat, and we are really connecting to all four corners of the left foot. Breathe in, lengthen into your arms, side by side. Take a deep breath in, then push your imaginary walls away, keep them at bay, and then go ahead, hug the belly in, look for a bit of support as you reach right arm down to the mat. Take a look, make sure we have a nice stacking here and everything's nice and straight and strong, and then inhale, go ahead and reach the fingertips, stretch all the way up and over the left ear this time, proudly presenting the chest towards the top end of the mat. Inhale to look up at your fingertips. Exhale, well done. Walk the hands. Take the knees together. I'm just going to move sideways so you can see me. And then walk the knees forward. Take your hands. Hold Virasana for a few breaths. Make sure that the knees are in line with the hips and everything is pointing forward. Nice box shape to the knees and hips. And then see, can you reach your hands back? Take the fingertips towards the back end of the mat. Stay on the fingertips and then breathe in, lift the chest. Pull the chin in, look towards the ceiling. Hold it here for a few breaths. So we're opening up through the quads, opening up through the hip flexors. Just a mild intro into this, perhaps with a view to moving further in the pose to take it into Supta Virasana. So, make a bit of room, make sure your knees are in line with your hips, that the ankles are in line with the knees, and perhaps to take it back down onto the elbows. Don't go any further than this. Pull the chin in towards the chest, keep the knees, try and keep the knees anchored down and towards the front of the small end of your mat so you're not moving away. You're going to find this nicely and intense across the quads, so we're really opening up. Make sure your elbows are stacked below your shoulders, belly can draw in, create a bit of tone, and just keep the head from throwing it back. Okay, take a deep breath in, slowly come back up, walk it onto all fours again, and then move the knees back underneath the hip points, claw down to the fingertips, reach right leg all the way back. Press down to the hands, take a deep breath in, see can we bring the right knee forward. Walk the hands forward, right knee moves in line with the right wrist, and then see can we move the toes, shimmy the toes back so that we are taking it into Ekapada Rajaputtanasana, this one-legged pigeon pose, or it's certainly pigeon pose for now. Okay, so the idea of this pose is to keep the hips forward, and before I do, we move any deeper in the pose, it's nice to wake up the soft tissue of the right hip and the groin on the right hand side. So the right knee is forward, and depending on how deep you want to move into the pose, that right foot can start moving up towards the top end of the mat. But that is all about the personal journey you're on, and if it feels way too intense, you move that foot back. So you decide where you are at this point in your practice, and let's begin to soften the right hip. Moving forward and back, and you're going to feel it begin to soften and open. Use the breath. Hips are forward, shoulders are pointing forward, deep breath in. And then let's see, can we exhale and bring it down? So I am placing my right hip sit bone on the mat. If yours doesn't reach, use your block, prop it up, and take a deep breath in. So can we move a little bit deeper, dropping the elbows down to the mat. Deep breath in as you exhale, bring the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, reach forward. As you reach forward, begin to rest and get heavy in that right hip, whatever that means. All the while, the top of the left foot is connected to the mat. And take another gentle breath in here. Exhale, slowly come back up on the hands. Take the knees back in line. Maybe drop the bum back, knees together, and just begin to soften through in this variation of child's pose, just to find a little bit of relief. A bit of release. Use the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. And then inhale, come forward, back into all fours. Stretch into the left leg. Drop the left hip down. Don't collapse in the shoulders here. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Arch the back to facilitate that left knee coming forward up towards the left wrist. Then go ahead and try and reach the toes back, or shimmy that right knee back towards center. And then let's do that rocking motion from left to right, and do the same again by opening up all those muscles, ligaments and tendons that surround the hip and the hip flexors. Take a gentle breath in, and as you exhale, see, can we begin to lower that left hip down. Don't worry, as I said, if it doesn't reach or it's not even near the ground, use your block, prop your hip. Find both hips. We want to kind of make sure that both hips are parallel to the front of the mat, okay? So it's a box shape hip, pelvis that we're looking for. So inhale, look forward, and then exhale, maybe take it down to the elbows, stretch into the fingers, breathe in, reach forward, allow the heart to shine forward a little bit. You're going to find that stretching, and definitely maybe the hamstring as well of that left leg will kick in. Take a deep breath in, exhale, tuck in, chin to chest. Invite that stretch through the back of the spine, the upper spine also. Inhale forward, shoulders relax back away from the ears. And then if you're feeling a bit adventurous and a bit more extended, drop the forehead down, lengthen into the arms, allow the weight of the body to sit on the left thigh a little bit. Make sure that your left hip doesn't lift, and we have that nice square shape to the front of the hips. Take a few breaths here if you like. And then when you're ready, go ahead and walk the elbows in, hug the belly in, take the knees back together. This time maybe open them out, allow the bum to sit back, kiss the heels, and extend forward. Take a few breaths here in child's pose. Nice deep breaths in and out. Keep it focused, keep connected, and then inhale, pull it back up onto all fours. This time we're going to reach into the left leg, keep pressing away from the mat, keep the back of the neck long, and then do that diagonal. Press into the toes of the left foot, keep the toes of the right foot behind the knee, and then inhale, begin to lift the head, drop the belly in an extended cow pose. Exhale, round through the spine, tuck the belly in, chin to chest. Inhale, lift it up, stretching through the front body. Exhale, and then round through, pulling the back body towards the ceiling, arching. belly draws in. Inhale, come back, release and bring left knee in line with right. Then go ahead and begin to extend into that right foot, so the toes, the leg is diagonal and the toes are connected to the earth. Press away from the mat, inhale, look up, extending to the front of the body in this form of cow pose. Exhale again, hugging the lower ribs in as you take the chin in towards the chest, tailbone tucks. Find that stretch in the upper thoracic spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, draw it in, hug it in. Lovely. Inhale, come back, bring your left knee and right knee back. Sit all the way back in Vrasana and go ahead and roll out the wrists. Clench and release. Interlace the fingers, a little bit of figure eights, always good. And then release the hands. Let's take it up into a standing position. All the way to the front of the mat. And you can use a supported wall for the next two poses, because we are going to really stretch out and use a balance in order to stretch out the psoas. And it's a little bit tricky. So if you've got a flat wall, bring your back to it. Okay, let's begin by pressing evenly down through the feet and sending the energy back up to the legs. And then take the hands to the heart. Soften the knees, press down to the right foot, lift that left knee. Maybe interlace the fingers and grab your knee, find your drishti gaze. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your face and relax your gaze. But keep your drishti gaze. Nice still point, keep it focused. And then we're going to keep the right hand holding on to the left knee. Get your peace fingers, wrap it around your big toe. Steady it up. And then maybe extend into the left leg. Bring your right arm out for counterbalance. You can soften your right knee by bringing it into a gentle bend. Take a gentle breath in, hug your belly in, pull that left hip crease back slightly. And then exhale to open it up really slowly. Keep the heart lifted, keep the breath even. Inhale, draw it back. Release it all the way down. Take your hands on your hips. March it out. Relax the shoulders. Let's go for the other side. Soften the knees. Take the hands to the heart. Press down to that standing foot. Firm it up. Lift your left knee. Take a hold of your knee with your hands. Both hands interlaced. Dorsiflex, maybe the right foot. Keep the hips pointing forward, shoulders box shaped also. Hold on to your right knee with your left hand. Take your peace fingers, look for your big toe. Extend into your right leg, extend your left arm out shoulder high. Hug your belly in, right hip crease moves back. Take a gentle breath in. And then exhale to open it out. Keep your gaze forward. Relax your breath. Well done. And then inhale. Come all the way back to center. Soften the knee. Return it back. Step it out. Well done. Use the breath. Remember that pose can be, you can use assistance from a flat wall behind you. And you can do half. You can keep the knee in, you don't have to extend the leg, so you can do it holding the knee in and opening it out. So we get external rotation on the left hip. Internally, bring it back. We can do the same with the other side, bending the knee, grabbing the toe, pulling the knee in, finding that upward flight of energy, keeping it flowing upwards. Okay, we're going to take it down onto the mat. We're going to finish on the mat, on the back. Pull the knees in, rock it out a little bit. Use the support of the mat. And then extend into the legs. Take a deep breath in, hug the belly in. Bring the feet back towards the head. Get your peace fingers on again. Hook them around your toes, your big toes. Take a gentle breath in. Allow the shoulders to return back to the mat. See, can you keep your legs straight, and you're going to invite a little bit of stretch, pulling the toes towards you. Shoulders relax down, hips lift slightly. We're just engaging the hip flexors here and the hip extensors. Inhale, release the feet, bring the hands down towards the mat. Allow the feet to go off center, hug the belly in, and hold here for 1, 2, you can point the toes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fold it in, relax, take a break, take a breath. Inhale, exhale, maybe rock the knees forward and back, find that support through the lower lumbar back. Well done. And then inhale, drop the feet, pull the feet in towards your bum and towards center. Plant the hands, begin to inhale to lift the hips, shoulder high, walk the heels back in towards your bottom. Take your fingers, interlace your hands, pull your knuckles along the ground so that they're moving towards your heels. Keep the chest rising towards the chin. Hold it here, take a breath. And then exhale, drop your bum to just momentarily sit on your fists. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, hold it here, and have, let's create an action where we use the imagination to pull the feet, as if you're pulling your feet back towards your bum and you're lifting your chest high. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to stretch through the front of the body, the front of the spine, hip flexors stretching. Exhale to drop. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to drop. One more time. Inhale, press down to the soles of the feet, pull the knuckles towards the heels, rise up, shoulder blades dial in, chin draws towards the chest. Chest draws towards the chin rather, well done. Inhale, release the hands, hug the knees in, rock it out. And then we'll just finish with a variation of Jathari Parivartanasana. Breathe in, lengthen arms and legs up, shoulders stay connected, and then exhale. We're just going to roll the feet towards the right, hands and gaze towards the left. Use the core, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take it to the opposite side. Belly really supporting the weight of the legs here. Inhale, come back to center. This time bend your knees. Hug your knees in. Exhale, knees go to the right. Hands and gaze to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale. Release, find the stretch. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Well done. Inhale, come back to center. Bring it up into seated position. And just reiterate again, I guess, just to take it nice and easy, move through those first 10 minutes of poses maybe for the next couple of days, and then take it into that full standing stretching of the psoas. I hope this brings you a little bit of relief if you're running too much, or you just find yourself in a seated position too long and a few aches and pains in the pelvic area or the lower back. Namaste.